Philip Turle, International Affairs Editor, is with me now here on set. Philip, we've got European leaders either meeting physically in Berlin, along with Vladimir Zelensky, some joining by video conference later this afternoon. What could come out of it?
It's very difficult to know, Stuart, because there are a lot of unanswered questions ahead of these talks taking place in Alaska on Friday between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. The first one is, why isn't any European leader or, in fact, Vladimir Zelensky being invited to those talks? A lot of pessimism that anything is going to come out of the discussions between Trump and Putin that will be acceptable for Vladimir Zelensky, the Ukrainian president. So I think that what the European leaders and Vladimir Zelensky will try to do today when they're talking to Donald Trump and also to J.D. Vance is to underline the fact that this cannot be just a stitch-up deal between Trump and Putin, which is then proposed as a take-it-or-leave-it deal to Volodymyr Zelensky that will be totally unacceptable to him, and that he will have to turn down, and that he will become then the person blamed for prolonging the war in Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky has been quite emphatic about the fact that he cannot hand over territory simply like that to Russia to end the war, because constitutionally in Ukraine, he's unable to do that. It has to go through a referendum. There has to be a vote in favor of that. And that is something that the Ukrainian people, in the situation they're in right now, will never accept. On the European point of view, if there is territory handed over to the Russians, that will open the door to the Russians saying, OK, well, we got this far. We will do more. We will launch more attacks in the future. Just give us the time to rebuild our military. And that's all we need. And then we can start all over again. And why not, while we're at it, launch an attack into a European country like Poland, for example? So there's a lot of concern, not only in Ukraine, that the meeting between Trump and Putin will end up with no real deal, that Vladimir Putin has shown no sign of being willing to agree to any concessions so far since the start of the war, and that the big loser in all of this could be Ukraine if they are just shown a deal that's been made between Putin and Trump on Friday without being able to take part in those negotiations around the table. So there is an awful lot on the agenda this afternoon. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of these talks between European leaders and Donald Trump.
And, of course, we'll cover them here on France 24 throughout the rest of the day.